There's a focus on becoming proud of where we're coming from. We've had a pretty peaceful Ireland in the last 30 years, and we're able to maybe reflect on our own history.
How did it start? Trad Futurism.
We're like owning our uniqueness and our niche.
We see it going the same way as like something like hip hop.
Il n'y a pas que Nick-Cap, ces rappeurs irlandais qui s'érigent contre le colonialisme britannique dans leurs morceaux. Une nouvelle scène musicale se développe en Irlande, notamment avec des artistes électro qui puisent dans les traditions, le folklore et la langue irlandaise pour créer de nouvelles sonorités. Ce renouveau est un geste politique dans le pays qui a été la première colonie de l'Empire britannique, devenu indépendant en 1921. Et qui était encore secoué par la violence des Troubles, le conflit nord-irlandais jusqu'au début du XXIe siècle. Alors, quel est le son du futur de l'Irlande ? Je suis allée poser la question aux architectes de ce trad futurisme qui promettent de mettre le monde au rythme irlandais avec des synthés et pour certains, une bonne dose d'humour.
For most of its history, Ireland, the piece of land and the people in it have been fairly trod on, but also adored throughout the world. And so we kind of see a future where there's a big market for Irish culture.
C'est vrai que la culture irlandaise est très connue à travers le monde, de la Saint-Patrick à Saoirse Ronan ou Paul Mescal. Mais pour le collectif de performeurs Acid Granny, le soft power irlandais, c'est plutôt ça.
I feel bad. I feel really, really bad for the French audience because the milk over there is terrible.
C'est Acid Granny qui a inventé le terme trad futurisme, un mélange de sons traditionnels qu'ils appellent trad et d'électro. Et si vous l'avez pas compris, c'est un peu une blague. I love the Brits and I love the Queen. She's the best Brit that I've ever seen.
Trad Futurism. Big trad going on.
I mean, I think it's obvious.
We knew we needed to invest in it.
Le groupe dublinois, qui peut réunir jusqu'à une trentaine d'artistes, fait des chansons absurdes, mais organise aussi des improvisations sauvages qui mêlent synthé et instruments traditionnels comme le bodhrán, le fiddle et le tin whistle.
Like we don't have a history of
We can't even play trad.
playing traditional music. We didn't grow up playing traditional music. We knew it was an infinite resource. Originally there was a trolley, which was like a shopping trolley, supermarket kind of thing. But now, since the last year, we've been using a wheelchair because it's a bit more portable. We've got an iPad that's kind of the brain of the operation. It's enabling things to be kind of routed and mixed, sampling live, putting in effects, hosting different kind of digital effects.
What the hell's going on here with your traddy-da-da? Traddy-da-da. This knowledge is taking up the place
Exploring the lore, you know.
We've done awful things. No, we've done a lot of performances that explore different things. An improvised performance could go anywhere, and the lyrical aspect of it could be anything. But if it's on the streets, it's going to be more so about interaction than storytelling.
Les Acid Granny se considèrent comme des gladiateurs pour la tradition qui facilitent l'accès au folklore avec des sketchs inspirés de la mythologie et du quotidien irlandais. Comme le saumon du savoir, une créature mythologique brûlante de toute la connaissance du monde.
Killian here is playing the Salmon of Knowledge, which is like an old Irish myth about a lad who sticks his thumb into a salmon's mouth and gets... No, he doesn't even stick it in his mouth, he sticks it in his skin and in his blister.
Yeah, he burns his thumb on the hot fish and he sucks his thumb. And that was how we got the knowledge. I don't think it's far-fetched to see a world where Irish culture is a completely dominant culture across the world. There's a flattening of culture happening, and there's like,
Homogenization.
yeah, things are trying all becoming the same. I think that culture will be Irish culture.
Bon, même si c'est dit sur le ton de la satire, cette idée d'un pays qui effacerait la culture d'un autre en lui imposant ses traditions, c'est ce qu'a vécu l'Irlande. Pendant près de 8 siècles de colonisation, la couronne britannique a imposé l'anglais et les traditions anglo-saxonnes dans le pays. Même si la musique et la langue ont survécu, c'est cet héritage longtemps invisibilisé et parfois oublié que défendent les artistes trad-futuristes. Pour rencontrer le versant plus sérieux de cette scène, je suis allée au festival Common Threads dans le comté de Clare. C'est d'abord Rois que je suis allée voir. Chanteuse originaire du comté de Fermanagh, en Irlande du Nord, elle utilise la technique du chant nos, chant traditionnel irlandais ornementé, habituellement chanté a cappella. Elle le transforme en un set électro avec des instruments.
I remember though when I was in college being like, I'd love to somehow have trad plus like jazz plus techno and electronic music. That's like three main music and then a bit of classical or whatever.
Son premier album, Moulin, revisite le keening. C'est un chant en lamentation qui était au cœur des rituels de deuil païen avant d'être petit à petit effacé par la christianisation de l'Irlande. Les keening women, ou pleureuses, dont Rois adopte l'habit de deuil, pleuraient leur mort avec des cris et des chants improvisés.
The Keening women, they were banned from crying and mourning and singing at wakes by the priests. So the Catholic Church, with their patriarchal boot, kicked out the women and shamed them, because they were unladylike.
Il ne reste quasiment aucune trace de cette pratique, si ce n'est cet enregistrement. L'inspiration principale de la chanson Caon de Rois.
We're gonna do the finger test.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please give an amazing Ballyvaughan! Common Threads, welcome! Sharon!
I came from a traditional background full of traditional song. I wanted to explore the place that I come from and trying to, through the lakes that I've seen and finding solace being beside water and looking at the goddesses and all of the lost, like feminine mythology that was lost. The main focus is always to push some sort of boundary and find new and inventive sounds. Singing songs that my great-grandmother would have sang, you know, even in the 1800s, and like feeling that song as sort of a spirit that moves through generations and kind of connects you to where you come from.
Tune in the wicker shipper goes like that.
Performing that album, I realised that a lot of the soul is taken away sometimes when you play a lot of electronics. It's very electronic heavy. That's why I'm using a lot more piano now. I'm starting to introduce guitar. I want it to be a bit more improvised and like allow for the soul.
Why don't you like me? Why don't you ride me? Why don't you like me?
Pour Rois, l'exploitation du folklore irlandais dans sa musique est un moyen de réaffirmer son identité culturelle.
We've had a pretty peaceful Ireland in the last 30 years after the Troubles, and we're able to maybe reflect on our own history. And I think as artists, we have to be way more conscious and critically thinking and proud of where we come from. And as I was saying earlier, you need to love where you're from and be proud of it.
Le trad-futurisme ne s'inspire pas seulement du folklore irlandais, mais aussi de l'environnement naturel. Les artistes de cette nouvelle scène composent des paysages sonores pour rendre hommage à leur pays. C'est le cas de Lullahush, de son vrai nom Daniel McIntyre, dont les compositions sont enrichies de field recordings, des prises de son dans la nature.
Like when I started to figure out what it was that I wanted to make to like express the landscape and the sort of natural environment through like electronic production, it's just quite natural then to get into the traditional melodies and the traditional material, because that stuff is also like born of the same environment.
Dans Ithaca, son deuxième album sous le pseudo Lullahush, il travaille des samples de classiques du folklore irlandais et les mêle à des enregistrements de sons de la mer, du bruit des feuilles et du vent. Et il intègre même des notes vocales WhatsApp. Comme dans son morceau Raglan Road, on entend son grand-oncle réciter un poème du même nom par le grand poète irlandais Patrick Kavanagh.
I just like have an arc in my head, just like constantly archiving like everything that I've recorded or heard, or like, and then just like storing it away to be like, okay, now this is the time. This could work here over this.
On this?
I guess so.
Just for now.
Contrairement à Rois, Daniel n'a pas grandi dans la tradition musicale irlandaise. Pour lui, il fallait donc s'associer à des artistes folkloriques pour composer cet album trad-futuriste. C'est avec eux qu'il se produisait à Common Threads.
So here are the uilleann pipes and P uilleann. You might think like a little bit like the Scottish bagpipes. That's you blow into them. But these ones you actually use your arm to generate the air. These are called the bellows. Pump the air into the bag and then into the chanter. And you play the chanter. All the notes come out of this.
I always felt like recorded music is kind of sad in a way, because like what's exciting about it is the moment of creation, and when you're like putting it together and realizing like what works, and then in a way like the actual recording that you make like perfect, it's like a grave or something, like for all those ideas. What's been nice about the way we're doing the live set is like everything's like deconstructed, and we're like starting from scratch with the initial sample, and then just like all of the field recordings and all of the samples of friends and all the cultural reference sampling stuff is like there to like be brought in anew, and it gets recontextualized, like there's a new place. Yeah, I'm really happy with like that we found this way of like keeping the stuff alive.
Retrouver la fierté d'être irlandais. Pour tous les artistes que j'ai rencontrés, c'est ça qui est au cœur de leur démarche. Sortir la tradition du passé pour l'emmener dans un futur où la culture irlandaise s'assume et se célèbre. Et qui sait, un jour, elle pourrait même nous dominer tous.
3, 4. Mash on the moon, me on the mash with my big spoon. Mash on the moon, mash on the moon. We can be the colonizers this time.
We're just trying to get in on the ground floor.
And maybe space after that.
Yeah, the final frontier.
Yeah, eventually go to space, but until then, Ireland will be the last bastion of civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
En attendant de rejoindre le convoi vers la Lune, branchez-vous cornemuse irlandaise et surtout, abonnez-vous à ARTE Trace.